watched the night sky when the stars are visible and blinking brightly? Well, I have. Instinctively, I always tried to count the stars, even though I knew it was impossible to catch all of them because it keeps multiplying after I count one. Well, in fact, it is not multiplying. It always has been there, but I have just not realized it. I am sure most of you guys have at least tried to count the stars once. If you haven't, I suggest you to go and try. Now, you must be questioning, why am I talking about the stars, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this event always reminds me by the existence of potential. That is unlimited, keeps multiplying, and also brilliant, just like the stars. And this links to the topic I am going to talk about, which is developing our abilities. In this occasion, I am bringing you a spotlight about the stars that exist in youngsters' soul. According to an American developmental psychologist, Howard Gardner, there are 9 types of intelligence. The first one is naturalist. The second one is musical. The third one is logical mathematical. The fourth one is existential. The fifth one is interpersonal. The sixth one is bodily kinesthetic. The seventh one is linguistic. The eighth one is intrapersonal. And the last one is spatial. These 9 types are the roots of millions possible abilities out there which are necessary to be acknowledged. Believe it or not, we have the potentials to unlock all of the 9 types of intelligence. But surely there will be only 1 or 2 types that can stand out from us. And it is important to know our capability if we want to grow. Then, which genius are we? Let's start to ask ourselves. Like I have said earlier, we all have our own stars that are blinking inside us, waiting to be counted and to be found. Those scattered stars can be called our potentials. They had always been there, but we have just not realized it yet. To develop ourselves means to search what exists in us, what do we lack, and what can we do to upgrade it. Now, it is our own job to find our constellation or abilities that we possess. As a youngster living in the midst of globalization and a developing country, we have so many homeworks as Indonesia's next generation. But then what makes us special? Because the one who holds the future is us. Neither robots nor artificial intelligence. No one besides us. And that is powerful. Even so, to put it in a realization, we are also in the midst of a pandemic which is breaking out endlessly, and that has a big impact in us, where our room to develop is narrowing. But the way I see it, it is not narrowing, it is expanding. Why? Because we have more free time for ourselves. We rarely go out and stay in our house. Thus, we have more free time than what we used to have before, so why not use it to dig up our potentials? We were offered so many opportunities by the thing we hold in our hands. It depends to us whether we want to control it or to be controlled by the internet. However, if we have succeeded to control it, we already got the gear to move further and shine brighter. It is how we take advantage of the available time and resources. Surely, before we move into a bigger goal such as being someone who holds the steering wheel of Indonesia's future, let's focus on ourselves first. As the captain of our lives, we have to know our abilities than our destinations. We are young and creative. The ideas we have are limitless and amazing, so don't stop creating and progressing. Nevertheless, ideas bear on people who believe in themselves and struggling to make it come true. My fellas, we all have our own galaxy. filled with millions of stars and your own constellation if you have found it. Be proud of yourself if you have found your own abilities. Never feel insecure because the galaxy that everyone has are different from ours. If we look up at the night sky, it's the same as we see the entire world. There are so many stars and each spark represents someone. There are stars that shine brighter and some are dimmer. The brighter ones are possessed by someone who has found their own abilities and on their path to make it come true. While the dimmer ones are possessed by people who haven't found themselves yet. Then, it is you to decide what kind of stars do you want to be in the bright night sky. Irsukarno said, 1,000 parents could only dream of. A young person can change the world. So be proud, youngsters, because we are a star that has been entrusted of the future. I am Echa, one of tomorrow's generation, speaking. Let's fly high because our galaxy is endless. Have a great life, fella.